Here we're going to take a look at the play PA Hawks Dig, which is one of my favorite plays inside the 10 to 15 yard line. Now there's a couple rules, so I'm going to pause it here and show you rule number one, which is that we must cancel the play action immediately. So snap the ball and hold right trigger, and that's going to allow you to cancel the play action right away and give you immediate control over your quarterback and be able to throw the ball whenever you want. If you let the play action play out, then we're not going to be able to hit some of these routes as the timing is just going to be way off. So that's rule number one. The second rule regarding being inside the 10 to 15 yard line is that we must be on the proper hash. So here we're on the left hash, so we want the trips to the left. If we're on the right hash, we got to flip the play and have the trips to the right. The reasoning behind that is because Circle and his wheel route is only something that we can really take advantage of from the short side of the field. If it's a 2-point play, being in the middle of the field is just fine, but of course, as you're driving down the field, they're going to be putting you on hash marks. So you're going to have to make sure that inside the 10 to 15 yard line, you're on the proper side. The trips to the short side of the field. So those are the two rules when it comes to this play. Now, we've got 3 receivers here. Number one is I'm going to put my absolute best, tallest target with the most catch in traffic, spec catch jump, like you see with Gronk, and that's going to be a high pass. Then we've also got Circle. That's going to be my other tall receiver. And we want to pass lead this to the outside. Not always, but a lot of times we want to pass lead that to the outside. And finally, our most agile receiver at Square. Square is going to be the receiver that we throw to by low passing. So read number one is Circle. We want to check the defender. Read number 2 is triangle. Read number 3 is square. Now, by default, the tight end is blocking on this play, so it is a great quick snap play. We can also put the tight end on a slant. Now here, I wasn't worried about the blitz, so I put the tight end on a slant route on 3rd and 8, just to give myself one more option. And we read the defense, and we see that the defender gets sucked to the inside, and he's guarding square. So that's when we want to pass lead to the outside with a high pass. So high bullet, pass lead to the outside. Not always pass lead to the outside, but it kind of depends. You just run it a couple times and you'll get used to it. We pass lead to the outside and we get Circle for the touchdown. Now, here's a situation where we're not near the red zone. So, Circle is going to be a little bit more difficult. If you have a really tall, reliable guy, then certainly you can high pass those. But otherwise, you're going to want to be a little bit more careful and probably put the tight end on a slant route, and your reads are going to be more geared towards triangle first, square second, and the tight end kind of in between. Circle can be good, but if you're going to high pass, you certainly can't have Edelman like I do here. That might be a little bit of a nightmare. So, as you see against cover 2, he doesn't cover it, so we're able to fit that in. Now here, as you know, just like in snugs formations and stuff like that, a lot of high point passing to the tight end from the play action. When you cancel that play action, it just gives you control of your guy quicker, so you can do that high point pass to the tight end. So we put him on a streak, he covers it, we've got control of our guy, and now we low pass to square. You've been seeing that I've been low passing a lot of these in routes, a lot of these speed ins and stuff like that. So that's really what this play is all about, is the spacing. Triangle with the high pass, Circle, even with Edelman, we like I said, we're near the red zone, so we can get away with high passing to a shorter guy. I still don't really recommend it. You can get away with it, but you certainly cannot get away with that at midfield. So here it's man coverage. Chris Hogan, I'm not really sure why I did that. Obviously, he was able to make the play, but you absolutely want to have your best, tallest guy. Here I'm using the Seahawks. I don't really have an option unless I put Jimmy Graham over there. So if you play a card mode and you use this Seattle Seahawks playbook, I mean, as you see right here, we've got Kelvin Benjamin. So obviously we can just high point past that, no problem. So it's my favorite play inside the 10 to 15 yard line because high point passing is the absolute greatest. And especially when you're inside the 10 to 15, when you're in that red zone. We have two options. And then, of course, we've got the really glitchy low pass to square, which I've talked about and talked about and talked about. I mean, if you have good reads, and I don't have good reads, I mean, I really don't have that anymore. As you can see right here, square is wide open. I mean, that was a nightmare. I mean, I should have made those throws so much sooner. Luckily, the guy bounced off the sideline and ran back inside. So, as you can see, these high points, even in coverage, to Grunk. If you play in card modes and you can get a wide receiver like Evans, or I don't even know who the good guys are, but and you put them at circle and triangle, I mean, you're definitely going to have a ton of success. And for you CFM guys, I'm going to be posting a lot more of trios. So basically, trips tight end, trios, trio offsets, um, and stuff like that for a full scheme, just like I did with the single back Y trips. So again, just cancel that play action, and I mean, it's money. It is money. I love this play the most to triangle when you face a single high safety or a cover two. If they don't cover it in cover two, and as you can see, I mean, it's going to roast man. Either the tight end on the slant or that route against man is going to roast it. Now here, it's a cover two, right? So just take a look at triangle. He's going to split the safeties. And we just pass lead that to the inside, and we're golden if they don't user that. Again, he gets stuck in the line. I don't know exactly what happened. But if we don't have triangle splitting the safeties, then we've got square underneath. Just fantastic. Just absolutely love it. If we face single high, which is most likely going to be cover three, then I love triangle as well. So you're just going to read the safeties. You're going to look. And as again, against cover two, we just pass lead to the inside, and it's money. Here it rolls over, so it's man defense. And it's just easy, easy money. PA Hawks dig. Hope you guys like it.